Hey fam, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to my channel and to your June prediction video. So excited to get this out for everyone. In this video, in case you are new to my channel, we are going to look at kind of general messages and themes concerning romance, personal development, career, finances, and also kind of overall spirit messages, whatever spirit feels you need to know for the month ahead, for the month of June and through Gemini season. Because this is a general reading, just the nature of general readings, my only ask of you is that you take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Do not try to force these messages. If it doesn't make sense to your situation or you have to forgive too many things for it to make sense, that message just wasn't meant for you. Let that part of the reading go and only take what fits, what feels right, what hits you intuitively, or, basically what makes sense to your circumstances. Because of that, I do recommend that you watch the videos for all of your signs, sun, moon, and rising. Through June, we still have 3 planets that are retro. So Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are still retro through the month of June. So you may want to check out those 3 as well. That might have some extra personal development notes for you, because obviously when these planets are retro, it turns those messages inward versus outward. I think it's actually, I want to say it's it's either right when Sun moves into Cancer, or maybe like a little right before. We also have Neptune going retrograde. So you may even want to watch the video for your Neptune sign. That one might be a little more critical than the other 3, just because that one's happening this month. So it's really starting to teach us that lesson and kind of have us review some things. Just throwing those out there. If you're new to this, I always recommend that you watch your sun and your rising at least. I definitely watch those 2 personally when I'm looking at my own videos online, but do with that information what you will. The main thing is that you're just taking what resonates and leaving behind the rest. All right? So with that said, let's get started and get to your reading. I'll see you in a sec. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising people, welcome to your June reading. Let's get into it. Oh, Cancer. Almost to our season, my lovelies. All right, let's see what June has in store for us. Spirit, what is going on for Cancer concerning love and romance? Oh, not what I was expecting. All right. Guys, got the Retreat card. It's time to disconnect from the world. I don't know why that isn't what I was expecting. Kind of wasn't prepared for that card to pop up. You know what? Some of that may come through in the reading, I feel like. Retreat card, though, it doesn't feel... At first I got nervous, because my first thought was literally retreating into our shell, like retreating back and kind of pulling away, which is a form of disconnection, and it's something that I think sometimes Cancers do a little too easily. We put walls up incredibly quickly, and it takes longer for someone to work through that wall than it takes for us to throw it out. So that was a little disconcerting, looking at relationships having to go through this retreat period. But I feel like it's slightly different depending where or what relationship you're in. For some of you in a committed relationship, that's where this retreat could be coming from. This could be almost like, it may not necessarily be like a bad thing where you like pull all the way back, where you literally disconnect. For some of you, maybe, a relationship might have run its course and now it's time, to just kind of let it go. That may be, storyline for some of you. It may just, you need to work on yourself for a little bit. And I think that can happen as a Cancer, I can definitely speak, for myself. Like, there are times where I get lost in a relationship, and sometimes I do have to step back and really reconnect with myself, because I just become an us when it should be, you shouldn't lose your individuality. I feel like that might be going on for some of you within a relationship. For my single Cancers out there, I don't see this as a permanent. You're not pulling back throughout the month, but I do feel like there is kind of this moment where you kind of step back into your shell only to really take, it feels like a moment of observance. Like you kind of look at the world around you and kind of I feel like you're kind of taking stock about the situation you're in. And that allows you, it feels very objective. I think that's what threw me off at first, but it feels very objective. And I think it's really because you're trying to reassess. I think the goal really is about how do I connect? But first we need to bring some awareness to, why do I feel disconnected? Why am I not getting the results I'm looking for? So I feel like and for those of you in a relationship where I said it's, those of you who aren't necessarily on a break, but again, even trying to reconnect to yourself is also, how did I get to this moment? It feels like a retreat in a way, so you can kind of see things with a broader field of vision, and you can see more of the playing field and kind of how events led to this moment and how things can be tweaked. So it almost feels like a strategical retreat in a way, not a, oh my god, I'm exhausted and overwhelmed, I need to pull back into my shell. Because that's not what it feels like. It feels very, very neutral. That's an interesting feeling. All right. With that said, here's the Keeper of the Light Oracle Spirit, who is helping Cancer through Gemini season and through the month of June as they evolve and continue to develop spiritually. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, can already feel that one. All right. Ancestor Spirit, Cancer. So you have White Eagle. Prompt reads, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Very interesting. So definitely a loved one. I definitely feel this could be a loved one coming to support you and guide you. This is a very intuitive card for me. I definitely feel like this is all, and I mean, hello, Cancer. Very intuitive sign naturally. So I definitely feel like someone is really looking out for you and really guiding you and helping you heal. And it was so funny. I know the word is family. Like I totally get the word is family, but I wanted to say father. Like I really wanted to say father, but I knew it was family. But I almost wonder for some of you if it literally is your father coming, if he's not physically with you anymore, or if we're working through some father issues. That could be a thing. But I don't know why, and this may not be all of you, but I definitely feel like this is daddy related on some level, whether it's your father coming or we're healing some issues with your father. Moving through some things, reflecting on some family pain, some family hurt. A lot of your growth this month and through this season is going to be about family. And and this definitely feels like people you're related to. This is blood family. I've had readings, and this is my own personal kind of reflection. We all kind of have two families. We have the one we were born into and the one we chose. Like your inner circle people that you kind of pull together. Because it's not always the same group of people sometimes. But this definitely feels like bloodline. Major healing. So if you have any like wounds with you and another family member, I feel like they're going to be coming up this month. You may have a moment or a chance to revisit and kind of rehash something that's happened in the past. Whether you take it or not is up to you, but I feel like you are being presented with an opportunity to do so. Either to really like resolve it, squash it, and move forward, or it may even be like just a straight out like, I need to just let this go. Like this isn't something I want to deal with. I don't necessarily want to reconnect, or I don't want to carry on this I was going to say charade. I almost wonder if that's what's going on. and you just kind of want to move away from it. And honestly, that allows you to dedicate more time to the family that you connect with, that is truly your support group. So if like maybe the your family that you're related to, for some reason haven't been there, don't support you as you would hope or you would like, I feel like that is coming up this month for some of us. A lot of us, I should say a lot of us. And again, it's really either to heal it or to release yourself from it. It could even be karmic for some of you. If this last full moon was hard for you, I feel like it's kind of connected to that. If this full moon in Scorpio, because there was a lot of karmic releasing in that moon, some of this may be tied to events that kind of started around that full moon period. This could kind of be like the divine stepping in to really finish off that full release for some of you. And then we get a siren. Archangel Michael's here. Hold on. Thank you for that. So, definitely got some divine support here. Look at that. Oh, a whole army of them. All right. We're good? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, let's check on work. Let's see how your finances are doing, Cancer. Hey, all right. Still going. I don't know what is going on out there, but geez. All right, so 4 of Earth. Looking good on the money front. 4 of Earth can be a little miserly, but I feel like this is you kind of saving. Going through, money might be a little tight, which may be why this is happening. Feeling really tight and protective over your finances. Definitely feels like this month we're not spending that much. We're a little more money conscious, trying to save, put some money away, not being as frivolous, which is a good thing. Feels like a good thing. We might be recovering from some frivolous spending. That could be a thing. But I feel like this feels like a heads up. Like, save this month. Kind of hoard what you have. Build up a stockpile. Hey, and it's your season next month, so might be saving up for some funnel shenanigans. Just saying. And that's funny, now that I say that, this does feel, I was going to say preparatory, but it does feel like this is saving for something. This does feel almost like necessary. Whether this is something you're planning and is coming, or, there may be something coming up where like, hey, I'd love to be a part of that, or yes, I want to take advantage of that, but it requires, some funds. Yes, I feel like this is saving for something, whether you're aware of it or not. And I say that because I feel like you're not. I feel like a surprise is coming probably next month in Cancer season, probably in July. I feel like something's coming that you're going to want to have a little extra money on the side for. Kind of excited by that. Save up. Yeah. Okay. I want to shuffle that again. All right, Spirit, what is the most important thing Cancer needs to know concerning Gemini season and the month ahead? Ooh, much lower than I thought it was going to be. Hey, we like that. We like that. Hey, all right. Just because I'm cute. Look at bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups, working on that happily ever after, working on that fairy tale ending. Just because I like the surprise. Let's put our clarifiers down now. We're going to talk about these first 4, and then we'll get to those peppies. All right, let's leave that 10 of Cups up. All right, so knowing that Ten of Cups is kind of the main theme of what's going on here. Starting out with the Four of Wands, building those stable foundations, having this air of gratitude is going to be great as we move through Gemini season. Being grateful for what you have, being grateful on where you are in this journey. But this feels really positive and really, it also feels very community driven, very inner circle, rejoicing with people, friends, could be family as well. To me, this feels more friend and inner circle. I don't know why I keep bringing this up, but it feels like there's this dynamic. This is bloodline. This is the family you chose. This is feeling really solid. Like really, really solid. Like this is great. Starting off strong foundations with people who really care about you, making you feel good, making you feel wonderful. A lot of support going on here. I like this feeling. And then you have the Knight of Wands. This is funny, because I feel very 50-50 about this card. Part of me wants to say this is you. Part of me wants to say this is someone else. And I want to say this is someone else, in all honesty. But there's just that part of me that's like, no, it's not. We'll know more when we flip the clarify over. I want to get through these first four. But either way, we'll see what it is when we finally find out. But either way, this is either you really taking charge and kind of owning multiple little projects, getting out there, being a little more active. But I feel like this is someone coming in. And I feel like this person coming in could be a fire sign, obviously Knight of Wands. But again, key things, this is someone that's going to be very action oriented, very jack of all trades, kind of no matter what they get involved with, they kind of figure it out, they make it happen, they find some success in it, but very, very active. I feel like this is someone coming in really in support of you, someone who's really in your corner, they've got your back. So if you have like a really good friend that is really, is always kind of standing there for you and always, willing to help out and support you, especially if they're a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sag, any of those three. Like, I feel like they play a nice big part in your healing this month. And I say that because right after that card comes the Eight of Cups. So spiritually leaving behind what does not serve you, walking away from what kept you stuck, what made you feel sad, blue. I almost want to say even what made you feel isolated. What made you feel cut off? Oh, I don't know why that made me really sad. I was gonna say what made you feel less than. This feels like the wound. Whatever hurt is being resolved. I think this person, if they're not the catalyst that really helps you move through this, they at least inspire you to move in this direction. And and it's major healing because it's beautiful. Right after that, you have the Three of Wands, which is all about wishes being fulfilled. This Eight of Cups really creates space for these blessings to come in. Because you're already in this, really positive, grateful mindset. And then you go through this emotional healing, either with this person, because of this person, or inspired by this person. And that release makes space for this blessing to come in. The blessing may even be this person. I keep looking at the similarities in the color palette. These kind of bright oranges. Let's do... So excited. All right. So, Emperor card. Could be dealing with an Aries. If you remember, if you subscribe to my channel and watch the dailies, it was like 2 or 3, maybe 3 days ago, we did a daily that had a very strong connection between a Cancer and an Aries. If you were one of those people, you should be watching this video. I should mention this in the Aries video. I should probably send them over here to watch this too. But Aries underneath the Four of Wands, so building something with this Aries. Maybe this Aries is what you're celebrating. Nice positive energy. Maybe this retreat is you and him, you from him, or her, sorry. Don't let the gender confuse you. But something really positive with this Aries. Or honestly, just feeling this grounded positive self because you are taking control. You're in the seat of power. You know, you've made some decisions, maybe made some gambles, and they've worked out, and they've put you in a really strong place where you are vibing very, very high, feeling really good, feeling in control. Beautiful energy. And then we have the Knight of Swords. This feels more you than the Knight of Wands. It really, honestly, it really does. This feels more you. Knight of Swords, still a very action-oriented energy. Could also be spying. This could be you looking at this Knight of Wands. Also fire sign. So this could be you watching this Aries. If you're connecting with that, it does feel like you're watching from a distance. It's kind of almost like you've let this Aries go, and you're just kind of seeing what they do. Kind of waiting. What are you doing, Aries? How are you going to react to this situation? Let me see what happens. Kind of spying. Kind of checking them out. I just want to know more. I want to understand why, or what you're thinking. You know, you're trying to gain information before you make a decision, because you're going to have to make a decision with this Two of Pentacles. You're going to have to make a choice. And I love that this Two of Pentacles is falling under the Eight of Cups, because what that tells me is that when you get to this moment where you need to either like sit and deal with it. Ooh. Wonder why I said sink. That might be. I hope we're not sinking. But you either have to stay and face it, or to like leave it behind and fully release it. The fact that this is being clarified by the Two of Pentacles, you are going to make that choice. There is an element of being flexible and being fluid with this Two of Pentacles, but all the twos have to do with making a choice. So you may be weighing a couple options. You may honestly end up making the choice of, you know, the thing that you weren't expecting. Maybe that's why this is, you know, the Two of Pentacles, where you need to be open and kind of weigh both options, because I want to say what you first think is the right choice may not actually be the choice or the best choice. So be open, be flexible, weigh out the options, but you are going to make a choice. Why? Because you are going to find absolute truth and perfect clarity here with the Ace of Swords. And again, this is really knowing what you want, why you want it, how you want it to come, and look, and then it comes in. Look at that. Love it. So by the end of this season, you really go through this kind of, it doesn't feel like an upheaval, but this like massive karmic release. You really let all of this go and finally make that decision. You learn what you needed to learn, you saw what you needed to see, and you get to this point where you're like, you're right, all of this pushed off the table. Like, I don't need any of this. Bye. And it just opens up so much space, and you can see clearly, and you can see your way forward. Again, oh, stop it. 10 of Cups. So we already know we're dealing with, you know, these desires, this happy ending. Wheel of Fortune. Luck turning in your favor. Massive shifts in your circumstances. Queen of Swords. Discernment. Cutting off what does not serve you. Love, 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 love. And look at this. What are you cutting off? Devil. This energy is the things that control you. Anything that you've let run your life, or you've let hang over you. You are really coming up at this as this Queen of Swords, and you're like, you know what? All of that? No, I have no time for that. I'm blocking it out. Goodbye. Get out of here. Look at that. Five of Wands. I don't know where that came from. King of Wands. Taking control. Master. Magnetic. You have this new beginning with the Fool card underneath that. So it does feel, and you know, even more so, this Emperor card really feels like you in control with this King of Wands coming out in the bottom of the deck. You really sitting in a seat of power. Fully in control of your destiny, your life, making the right choices, building your empire, so to speak. And even more so, after this healing, then you're an Emperor in the possession of the Ace of Swords. Clarity, foresight, clear thinking, truth. This is going to be you walking into Cancer season with perfect clarity. Beautiful. Free of burdens, free of barriers and limitations. But yes, this Knight of Swords energy feels the strongest out of everything. Because even with this retreat card, you're taking a step back so you can see everything clearly. I need as much information as I can so I can make this decision with peace of mind and knowing I'm making the right choice. So the major healing, releasing some karmic, excuse my language, but some like karmic bullshit that just needs to go, that I feel like we've been dragging around with us for far too long. Kind of taking stock of our surroundings, saving up. This just feels like a little side thing, but definitely save. And then you get to this point, I want to say it's later on in the season, could be right in the middle, but it feels like a little later on that we make this decision and, like I said, move into Cancer season ready for the blessings, ready for the growth, ready for the abundance. Looks really good, Cancer. I'm excited. Granted, I'm pretty much excited anytime Ten of Cups wants to show its pretty face. Even having the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune right next to each other and having their like patterns so similar, I'm trying to get them so the glare is not on there. There you go. You can kind of see how that kind of wheel is kind of mirrored, with the shape of the wheel and then the pattern behind, the Ten of Cups. Beautiful comparison there. All right, my lovely Cancers, I'm going to wrap up your reading there. As always, thank you for supporting me and my channel. I'm wishing you the best in Gemini season as we move into your birthday season. Super exciting. With that, thank you as always. If you want to connect with me or have anything to share, how this resonated for you or any questions, hit me up in the comment section down below. You can also privately DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you want a personal reading with me, all that info will be in the description box. All right, my lovelies, you take care, and I will see you in your next video. Bye, Cancer.